Hey everyone, so welcome to slides 22 through 26 for this week's presentation. We're going to be talking about your teacher website, and we're going to add in a few things to the teacher website. So the first thing we're going to add in is a Creative Commons license, which we talked about a little earlier in these slides, but it's basically a label or an identifier that you can add to your website to let people know that, hey, this is who's created it. I've created this resource, but I want it to be shareable and I want people to be able to use it for educational purposes. So that way other people can use anything beneficial you've created in their classrooms as well, and you're helping other teachers out with the resources you've created. So we're going to go ahead and start by adding that Creative Commons license to the sidebar of your teacher website. And if you open up this link, we can go ahead and get started from there. All right, and in case you don't have the slides open and you're just watching, the link is creativecommons.org/choose, CHOOSE. So you could also just type Creative Commons choose license into Google, and it should be the first thing that pops up. So you'll be taken to this page, and under license features, we are going to allow adaptations of our work to be shared so that if other teachers wanted to use it, they could. You could also add this yes as long as others share alike, which means that, hey, if you're going to use this work that I created, that's fine, but I want you to share it out with other people as well. And then for allow commercial uses of our work, we're going to say no. We're creating these things so that other teachers can benefit from them, but we don't want other people to be selling our work or trying to make money off of it. And you can see that changes the license here a little bit, that it adds the no sign through the dollar symbol. And then if you scroll down, it says have a web page, which we do, and it'll give us this embed code, which we've worked with a little bit before. We're going to go ahead and copy that embed code, and then you'll want to head over to your Google site. Remember, you can get there going to sites.google.com and then editing your teacher website. But we don't actually want to hit the edit button. We're going to go here to the more actions, and we're going to choose this edit site layout down at the bottom right. Once you click on that, you'll see that a plus button comes up here in the sidebar, or this extra thing comes up here on the left sidebar. We're going to hit the plus there, and we want to add in a text section. So hit the add, and it'll look like nothing happened, but if you scroll down to the bottom and hover your mouse down here at the bottom, you'll see that there actually is a text box that was added at the very bottom. I'm going to click on that to edit it, and you'll see it's probably cut off, but you've got this little less than symbol and an H. We want to edit the HTML source. You can delete that BR, which is a line break, and just paste in that code that we just copied. And you'll see there that it adds the image, it adds the link, it adds the text. And the other thing that we'll want to add is when this was last updated, so people have an idea that this resource is a recent one. So I'm going to say last updated on August 30th, 2016 by M. Carlin at indiana.edu. You could actually add in the @ symbol there if you want to, but sometimes if you have lots of spam visits to your site, this can help prevent spammers from getting your email address. So it's up to you how you want to do that there. And then I'm going to hit OK. And what you'll see comes up on the left side now is we've got this Creative Commons license, and I've got that text that I just added in there as well. So then you could update that throughout the semester as you update your site, or just update it at the end of the semester when you're finished updating the site. So that's the first thing we're going to do today, is adding in that Creative Commons license. And next we're going to look at your welcome and your About Me pages. So if you have the slides and you're going through them, slide 24 is what we just did. We added that license to our page, and we added in that last updated as well. You'll want to use your EDUC email for that email address. The next thing we're going to talk about is your welcome page. And so think of this for your teacher website as an introduction to your classroom, and what do you want your students and parents to know about you and to know about your classroom and sort of a little bit about your approach. And you'll have your welcome message at the top of the page, and you'll also have a brief description of each page with a link to all of the pages on your site. And we've already embedded the Creative Commons license in the sidebar, so that's already taken care of. Let's go ahead and look at a few examples, and then I'll also show you how to create the links to other pages. So if we look at this page, you can see here, this is an example from a previous W200 class. She's got the Creative Commons there on the left side. She also added a title for that section, which you can as well. But you can see it's got some welcoming images. You could add your, like a storyboard, that comic here, or something like that if you wanted to, or a word cloud. Anything you'd like to that sort of welcomes people to your site. She's got a short welcome message. And then she's got each of these sections with a link to all the other pages on your website, and then a brief description of each of them as well. So if we look at this example here, similar type thing, you've got an image, you've got this welcoming text about what this class is all about, who I am, a warm welcome to my teacher website, and then she's got the descriptions of all the different pages here. So if you're not sure what's going to go on each page, that's okay. Look at some of these examples. If you go to the W200 website and look at the examples there, you can get an idea. Or even in your template, you can kind of click to those pages and see what's going to happen there. Here's a third example for, they've got hello in all these different languages, welcoming people to this 4th grade class, and then general information about each of the sections and what is going to be covered on each of those pages there. So here I am on my site, and I'm going to go ahead and close from the site navigation that I was editing earlier and hit the edit here. And this gives you a little brief overview, include a welcome message. We'll talk about what this means later. Hopefully we won't need it this semester, but sometimes when you're embedding things, they won't always show up depending on the type of browser a person's using. But you're going to add in an image. If you haven't done that yet, you can just go to Insert Image to add in an image, Type to add in text, and the way you can do links, so let's say About Me page. On this page, you'll learn a little bit about me, and you could go on and add some more details. But the way to add the links is to just highlight that text that you want to be the link, hit this link button, hit this link button here at the top that looks like a chain, and you want to choose one of your site pages. For this one, I'm going to choose the About Me page and say OK. One thing that sometimes people have trouble with the links, let's say I wanted to link this to a different web page and I hit the link. You can't paste your link here. You have to make sure to choose web address on the left and then put in your link there, and that'll take someone to a different page. You can also choose to open the link in a new window if you want to keep this open and then have a new tab pop up. So that's how you can add the links. And that's a quick overview of the welcome page. So you should have a friendly, warm welcome message, and then links to all of your other pages with a short little overview of what you can find on those pages as well. That's the welcome page. The other page is the About Me page, and here's where you're going to get a little more detailed about yourself, about who you are, why you became a teacher, why you're passionate about education, talking a little bit about your educational philosophy, how you think students learn best, the type of environment you want to create in your classroom, and how does this educational philosophy, how does that impact what you do as a teacher? So if you think students learn best in small hands-on groups where they have lots of real-world examples, what does that mean for your teaching practice? And what does that look like in your ideal future classroom? So spend a little time reflecting on what are the learning experiences that I've had in my past that have been the most powerful? Who are those teachers that really got to you and sort of impacted your desire to be a teacher? What worked really well in those classrooms? And what do I want to carry forward from that into my future classrooms? And if you can talk about how technology can facilitate that, that's awesome as well. If you have some ideas already on using education technology in the classroom, throw that in there as well, because that's awesome as well. And then you should add in a professional profile photo as well. And what it means by no cropped photos is, the pictures where it's you with a group of friends and you're just chopping out yourself, but you've still got everyone's sort of arms around you and other stuff in the picture. That doesn't look so professional. A lot of people use like their senior pictures or something like that. Or of course you could go take a picture of yourself as well. But here's an example from a previous class. You've got the professional photo at the top, and then you've got this great detailed background of who you are, why you're into education, why are you passionate about teaching, how you think students learn best, and what your classroom is going to look like as a result. And then this is also where you've got your storyboard that or your Powtoon here as well on the About Me page. Here's another example. We've got the professional photo at the top, and then this great background. And of course, feel free to pause here and read through this if you want to. But just some great background on who they are, why they want to be a teacher, why they were inspired to go into education, and then talking a little bit about what their classroom's going to look like. And then she's got her chatter pics down here as well. So that's the main overview on the 2 pages you should be working on. And by the end of this week, you should have those welcome and about me pages looking pretty good and polished. And as we go through this semester, we'll keep adding to the rest of these. But in general, try and get through those now, so then you're not worrying about it later on down the road. And of course, if you have any questions at all, always feel free to send your instructor an email, or just swing by the TTL during the day. They'll be there to help you. They know what you're working on, and they can help you with all this as well. So let us know if you have any questions at all.